So let's get you on your mat, shall we? So feet and knees hip width apart. Okay, let's just straighten those legs. Let's just change things around a little bit, okay, rather than start with the usual setup. We will go into that. But just actually lengthen out through the legs. I want you to feel that you're pushing into the floor with the feet. And as you do that, I want you to think about lengthening that spine up towards the ceiling. And try to get these thigh muscles to sort of engage as you push out into the floor. And think about the shoulders drawing down, but imagine I've got hold of your ears and I'm pulling your head up to the ceiling. So you're stretching yourself in two directions. Pressure going into the floor through the feet and through the shoulder blades drawing down. You're lengthening up through the head. Hold it there for me. Just feel the tension in the back of the shoulder blades, feel the tension in the legs, and then just slowly relax that off. Let the knees just slightly soften, let the shoulders just relax. And then do that again for me. Push into the floor through the feet. Engage the thigh muscles. Also engage the buttocks a little bit. Draw the shoulders down. Imagine they've got weights on them, they're being pulled down to the floor. Lengthen that head up towards the ceiling and try to create as much space between your ears and your shoulders as you possibly can. Notice that your abdominals will kick in automatically when you do all of those things. Good, lengthen, feel that length in your body. Good, now stretch your fingers down as well. Really feel that length and then just slowly relax it off. Now, when we do our posture setup, we want about probably 60 or 70% of that length at least. So feet and knees hip width apart. However, we're going to have knees slightly soft because we want our pelvis to be in neutral, okay? If you can lengthen the legs, but still make sure your posture is neutral. And for me, if I lengthen my legs fully, I have to pull my tailbone slightly down, okay? You can do that if you want to, but a lot of people, when they lengthen through their legs, then their pelvis falls forward. So either soft knees or long legs if you can achieve that. Make sure your pelvis is in neutral. Shoulders come up to your ears, round and back, squeeze them and draw them down. Now try to create that length out of the top of your head for me. Feel the shoulders pull down into your back and lengthen through the crown of your head. Okay, keep that position, keep that feeling of engagement. Keep that feeling of length and then breathe in and out. And again, breathing in and out. One more for me, breathing in and out. And relax those arms down. Now keep those shoulders pulled down into your back. Fix your hips here. Rotate your body to the right, so chest and shoulders in the head, but keep the hips pushed forwards. If necessary, push that right hip slightly forwards a little bit. Stretch down to the floor through the hands. Stretch up through the head for me, and then rotate your chin to your left shoulder. Keep that movement happening around to the right. So you feel like you're twisting through your spine like a corkscrew, and then gently release it all the way off. Relax here. Soften those knees. Move through those knees. Okay, other side. So knees soft, pelvis neutral, shoulders into back. Feel that lengthening through the body. Now rotate to the left. Good, lengthen up through the head, draw the shoulders down, and then turn your chin to your right shoulder this time. Good. Keep that feeling of length in your body. Lovely. And then gently relax back to center. And again, just move those hips and move those knees. Good. One more time. So soft knees, pelvis, neutral. Shoulders into back, lengthen. Feel that tension in the shoulder blades. These legs through the neck. Rotate chest and head and neck all the way around to the right. Push that right hip forwards if you need to. Stretch down, reach up through the head, then turn the head. You need to be long through the neck before you rotate that chin. Good, keep it there. Maybe keep moving slightly to the right through the chest. And then release. Relax as you release. And then have a little move through those legs and those shoulders. And one more for me. Knees soft, pelvis neutral, shoulders down into back, create that length in the neck for me, and then rotate round to the left. Push the left hip forwards if you need to. Good, now create that length, pull down through the shoulders, then rotate your chin to your right shoulder. Maybe keep a bit of movement happening in the chest round to the left. Keep that length in the spine, and then release and have a move. Lovely, well done, fantastic. Take your feet just slightly wider, so about shoulder width, but just slightly wider, toes still facing forwards, knees are soft. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to cross your arms over. Shoulder blades down into your back, tuck your chin to your chest and breathe in. And as you breathe out, we're going to round through the spine, articulate down, in our roll down, but our arms are going to be crossed and they're going to dangle down in front of the shoulders as we go down. Chin will gently come to chest. Knees stay soft. I want you to go down as far as you can with those arms crossed. You may find that your arms come in line with your forehead. That's absolutely fine. For that longest stretch in the back of your legs and your glutes. Now you're going to take your left elbow to the inside of the right knee. So just think about that first, take a breath in. As you breathe out, left elbow to the inside of the right knee, pull the legs in, look over your right shoulder. And now let's go long and heavy to see if you can go down a bit further. Now bring your right elbow to the inside of the left knee, just look over your left shoulder. And then again, knees are soft, and we go long, 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 long. Feel that deeper stretch in your glutes. And again, left elbow to the inside of the right knee, look over your right shoulder. And then go long and heavy, long and heavy, long and heavy. And one more for me. Right elbow to the inside of the left knee, just look over your left shoulder. And go long and heavy, long and heavy, long and heavy. Lovely. Now try and straighten those legs. Ooh, straighten the backs of those legs for me. Lovely. And then we're just going to do like a swing. So you're going to bring the elbow in and swing. So still bringing the elbow to the inside of the knee, but you're going to swing from one side to the other. Keeping the hips as still as you can and the legs are long. Pull in, pull in. Just stay looking down at the knees. We're not twisting the head. Legs are nice and long as you can. 4, good. And 3, good. And 2. Last one each side. 1. Lovely. And now let the arms go long to the floor. Are you any closer to the floor than you usually are? That's the question. Hopefully you are. Good. Soften those knees for me. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, let's gently round that spine. Arms are long. Draw the tailbone down. And slowly articulate that spine up to the top. Lovely. Pull your pelvis underneath you. Stack that spine up. Place the shoulders, uncurl the head and the neck, and then have a nice little roll through those shoulders. Fabulous, well done. Okay, let's bring those feet in. So these are now closer than hip width apart, but a little gap between your feet. Let's start with your arms long by your side, shoulder blade into back and knees are soft. We'll add some arms in just a second. So right heel, peel it off. We're going to slide the right foot up towards to the side of the left knee, and then we're going to open the knee out to the side. Think about lengthening through the left leg if you can. Shoulder blades into back. Draw that knee in, right knee comes into centre, and then we're going to slide all the way back down to the floor, swap over. Heel comes off on the left foot, we slide up to the right knee. Now squeeze up through that core, keep tall, and then open that knee out to the side. Good. And then come back into centre and then sliding all the way down. Let's add some arms into that. So swap over, right foot, arms are coming up in line with your shoulders. And then we're going to open out. So we're going to hold, we're going to push those arms out, stretching them out towards the walls. Good. Draw your shoulders down, grow tall. Lovely, and then come in with those arms nice and strong. And then all the way back down to the floor. And then swap over. Left heel now, zip up that tummy for me, sliding up to the knee. And then open, shoulders down, feel length through that neck. Stretch those arms out. I don't want them to be here, I want them to be really stretching out. Coming all the way in for me. And then all the way down. Let's just do 2 more. So pick it up, in line with shoulders, and open out. Good, and stretch those arms out, stretch those arms out, grow tall for the top of the head, almost feel that you're lifting up towards the ceiling, and then come all the way in, and then all the way down. And one more for me, peeling off, zip up through that core, lift, excellent, and open. Stretch out, now grow tall, lift up to the ceiling, even more for me. Good, and then come all the way in, and then all the way down. Lovely, have a little walk, have a roll through those shoulders. Well done, guys. Okay, come down onto your mat, still facing me, and grab hold of your book. And we're going to place that book to your right side. So we're going to do a number of exercises here. Now, this variation is a little bit more difficult. It's kind of going into intermediate territory rather than beginner territory. And it is a little bit harder on our right hand, this is our supporting arm, okay? So all of these exercises, just letting you know, all of these exercises can be done laying down like this on your side using your top leg, okay? So if it gets too much for you, or you'd rather not do it once you've seen it, and you want to lay down on your side, that's absolutely fine. But I'm going to go with the book. So having the hands slightly raised off the floor takes some pressure out of the shoulder, and it also takes some pressure out of the wrist, which is why I'm doing it. So I'm going to come into a kneeling position here, okay? Arms are out to the side, taking the weight through the right leg and taking the left leg out to the side. And again, for some of you, hip-wise, this is going to be difficult, so you can then lay down on your side if you find that's too difficult. Arms are kind of come up. We're going to tilt, we're going to bring our hand down here onto our book. So my hand is underneath my shoulder and my knee is underneath my hip. Okay, I engage with the core and I reach up. If not, you're laying down on your side, one leg stacked on top of the other, you can still reach up to the ceiling with that top arm, that's absolutely fine. We're going to lift that leg off of the floor, we're going to take our weight, we're going to circle forwards for 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, tap down. We come forwards with the foot, we do a semicircle up and over behind. 1. Semicircle up and over forwards 2, and back 3, and forwards 4, and then centre. Pick it up, repeat 4 circles, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Tap down, come forwards, back 1, forwards 2, back 3, forwards 4, keep your body nice and still, and centre, lift up, circle forwards 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, tap down, keep your weight here, come forwards, go back 1, up and over forwards 2, go back 3, come forwards 4, last 1, tap centre, lift up, circle forwards 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, tap down, come forwards, go back 1, up and over, and forwards 2, and back 3, and forwards 4, and centre. Slide the knee in. If you're in a kneeling position, come into child's pose. If not, stay there for me on your side. Maybe bring your top knee forwards for a little stretch. Lovely. Well done, and then slowly uncurl. Have a little circle through those wrists for me. Well done. We're going to do one more exercise in that position. Only one, I promise. Only one. But if you want to stay on your side or go onto your side, that obviously that's absolutely fine. So again, arms come up, shift the weight over, slide that leg out, shoulder blades into your back and tilt. Lovely, reach up into the air, take your weight. We flex the foot and pull the heel back. We point and extend. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. So as the leg comes back, we pull the heel towards the bottom and toes flex forwards. As we extend, we point, flex and point, flex and point. Smile, flex and point, flex and point. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and rest. Draw the knee in. Ooh. Let's have a stretch forwards into child's pose. Well done, guys. Really good. Good. Lovely, and then gently uncurl. If you're laying on your side, gently walk yourself up to join me here and move your book to one side. So if you were mirroring me, you were using your left leg as your top leg, okay? I now want you to turn this way round and we're going to come down onto hands and knees. If you wish to, you can do this exercise or this set of exercises on your elbows. You don't need to be on your wrist if you don't want to, okay? So either or, I don't mind. You're going to use your right leg, okay? Right leg on this one. We slide that right leg away. So either on your elbows or on your hands and knees. Pull up through that spine. Engage up through this core for me. Lift that leg up. We're going to bend the knee, lift the thigh, and we're going to come up and over, taking the toe over towards your left shoulder. You look over your left shoulder, and then you bring your hips to face the floor and you extend the leg. So you bend, lift, over. You see, I'm lifting that hip out. Hip faces the floor, extend. Bend, lift, over. Hip faces the floor and extend. Bend, lift, over. Hip faces the floor and extend. Last one for me. Bend, lift, over. Look over your left shoulder. Hip faces the floor, extend. Bring it down, slide it in. Stretch back, release. And breathe. Lovely. Good stuff, well done. And then last one comes here for me if you can. Okay, so again, you can do this on your hands or on your elbows if you prefer. I don't mind, it's absolutely fine. So still using that right leg, hands or elbows. The leg is going to swing out to the side, okay? So make sure that as we do this, we keep that bend in the knee. So brace the core, nice and up through the back, right leg, swing it out and in. And out and in. So we're really working through this pelvis now. Out and in. Now watch you don't distort the upper body. So you don't want to be swinging out and distorting the shoulders. It's just that leg. So if you can't go very far, that's absolutely fine, okay? So draw in that core, swing out and in. Good, and again, out and in, breathe. Out and in, lovely. Out and in, 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And rest and pull back. Ooh. Well done, guys. And then gently uncurl. So we'll do that a little lot on the other side, but we'll do that in a little while. Come down for me onto your elbows. Forwards on your mat. Push those legs out and then lower those hips all the way down to the floor. Good, push your chest forwards towards the wall in front of you. Really lift that chest for me. Good. And then relax. I'm going to take my hands long on the mat.
Give a little stretch, opposite arm, opposite leg. Lift right arm, left leg, and down. Lift left arm, right leg, float, and down. And again, right arm, left leg, float, and down. And left arm, right leg, float, and down. Now bring those hands, slide them one at a time, right under the front of your shoulders. I'm just going to shimmy back a little bit. So right under the front of my shoulders, and my elbows are tucked in, but I'm drawing down into my back so I'm not struggling up by my neck. And keep them there for me. So take a breath in, keep your feet on the floor. As you breathe out, I just want you just to lift the chest off the floor. Stay looking down, and then come back down. And again, engage that core, so belly button away from the floor, lifting that chest, keep the forearms on the floor, and then slowly coming down. And again, engage the core, floating up through the chest, keep the feet on the floor, and slowly coming down. Okay, so we're going to make a little change here. So we're just going to bring the chest off the floor. Don't come up too far, about halfway. So float the chest up and hold. Take that right hand forwards. Keep the palm of the hand on the floor. Now lift the chest a little bit further up. Now slide that hand back underneath, stay up, and then come all the way down. Do that again. Float the chest about halfway. Slide the left hand out. Lift higher, 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 higher. Now make it harder. You can float that hand. Pull it under. Stay up. And then come down. If you don't want to make it harder, keep contact with the mat. So lift the chest about halfway. Lengthen right arm. Lift a bit higher. Keep it here and slide it back, or lift and pull it back in. Don't drop through the upper back and then float down. Last one for me. Lift that chest, keep the forearms on the floor about halfway. Slide the left hand out. Lift a little bit higher. Float that hand. Pull it back in. And all the way down. Lovely. Bring those hands underneath the forehead. So one hand on top of the other. Bring the legs together for me and bend the knees, taking your toes up to the ceiling. You're going to keep your knees together. So push your feet over to the right, letting the knees come off, letting the hip come off, letting the ribs come off. Knees stay together, elbow stays down, and then roll back to center. Let's go the other way. Drop the feet to the left. The knee comes off, the hip comes off, the ribs come off, and then roll back to center. Let's do that again. Knees to the right. Try to keep the knees together if you can. Roll through knee, hip, ribs, but keep the elbow on the floor. And then roll back to center. Nice through the spine, this one. And then knees to the left. Rolling off. Keep the elbow down for me. And gently come back to center. Lovely. And let's bring your left foot down. Reach round to your right foot, pull it in. Push the hips into the floor. That's good. And then release. Change over. Grab hold of left foot. Just a little stretch. Pull in. Now I'm going to do quite a challenging stretch for you here. Some of you may find this quite difficult, and if you do, it's fine. Maybe just go for a little double hamstring stretch. We'll try that first. So take your other hand round. I'm going to turn my cheek. See if you can grab both feet. So the easy version of this is just a double quad stretch, I should say. So gently pushing the hips down into the floor. Okay, holding both. Drawing the shoulders back. If you can, pushing the hips down. If you can't hold both, let's just do swap it over and do alternate single stretches. Now, if you can, push the feet into the hands, pull the shoulder blades together, lift the chest, And the aim is to try to float the thighs off of the floor, lifting through that chest if you can. And then slowly release it down. I'm just going to turn my cheek and relax the shoulders. And then have a go at doing that one more time. Okay, so pushing your feet into your hands, pulling your shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lengthening the knees away and trying to float the thighs off the floor. Get that lovely stretch in the front of your shoulders and then release. But if not, just a double quad stretch is fine. Slowly relax one leg down, slowly relax the other leg down. Oh, hands underneath the shoulders and gently press up. And let's come into a nice child's pose. Pull back for me. Lovely. Okay, gently uncurl. So let's swing our legs round and come onto our back. I'm going to go around this way. So make sure if you want to, you've got a pillow underneath your head if you feel you need it. I'm just going to come into a nice roll down. And tuck the tailbone around the spine or come to the floor however you feel comfortable. And let's bring our feet and knees together. So we're really going to press those knees in. Lace the fingers together, take them behind the head for me. We're just going to warm up the abs and the upper body first. And keep the feet on the floor. Press the thighs in for me. Take a breath in. Breathing out, ribs down and curl up and look at those knees. Keep pressing and then release slowly. Breathe in, breathe out, ribs down, curl up. Press those thighs and gently come down. Lovely. Slide the knees in towards the chest and kick the legs up. Legs are still pressed together. Come into tabletop, breathe in. Breathing out and press, squeeze up, ribs down, and then release. Don't let go completely though, breathe in. And again, ribs down, curl up and press. Good. And then release. Hug those knees into your chest. So we're going to take the legs at hip width apart. Take the right hand behind the head. The left hand, just place it here on your diaphragm for now. This hand is going to go to the inside of the right knee. You're going to press into that hand and resist with the hand for a count of 3. So ready, ribs down, curl up, hand on the inside of that knee. Press 1, 2, 3 and down. And again, ribs down, curl up, hand on the inside of the right knee, press into the hand, resist, 1, 2, 3, and down, and one more for me. Ribs down, curl up, hand on the inside of the right knee, press 1, 2, 3, and down. Knees in. Good. This is going to give your upper body, your upper abdominals a real workout, so take it back. We are now going to swap over, left hand behind the head, right hand just here on your diaphragm. It's going to come to the inside now of your left knee, okay? So when you're ready, ribs down, curl up, right hand inside of left knee, press in, resist, 1, 2, 3, and then release. Now if you're really struggling, you can always put this foot down if you need to, okay? And again, ribs down and curl up. Hand on the inside of left knee and press 1, 2, 3 and release. And one more. Ribs down, support that head. Hand in, press 1, 2, 3 and release. Knees in. Lovely. So we're now going to do the outside press. Oh yes. So hip width apart, left hand behind the head, right hand is going to go to the outside of your right knee and you're going to do your pressure here, okay? And again, if this is too much, place the left foot down to make it slightly easier. So ribs down, curl up, right hand to outside of right knee, press in 1, 2, 3 and release. Ribs down, curl up, right hand outside of right knee, press 1, 2, 3, and release. And last one, ribs down, curl up, right hand outside, press against it, 1, 2, 3, and release. Knees in. Can you feel it yet? I hope so, because I can. And then legs here again, last one, okay, last set. Right hand behind head, left hand comes to the outside of the left knee. Place the right foot down if you feel you need to. When you're ready, ribs down, curl up, and press out, 1, 2, 3, and release. And again, ribs down, curl up, don't pull on that neck. Press out, 1, 2, 3, and release. And one more, ribs down and curl up, press out, 1, 2, 3, and release, and knees in, guys. Well done, really good, really good. Okay, let's place those feet down. So if possible, I want feet down, knees together. However, if this aggravates your knees in any way, then let your knees part slightly, okay? So for some people, doing bridges with knees pressed in puts quite a lot of strain on their knees. And if you are tight around your knees because you've got any arthritis or anything going on in there, then actually you may not be very comfortable. So please separate the knees if you need to. So press those legs in if you can. We're going to start with the hands just down by your side. Stretch your fingers towards your toes. So tuck your tailbone towards you, so tilt your pelvis towards you. Breathe in, press in through those thighs. Breathe out, and let's peel that spine off into your bridge. But keep squeezing those thighs together for me as we press up into our bridge. Be light through the arms. Really squeeze up through that bottom. Now keep that squeeze if you can as you roll down. Try to maintain it. If your knees need to come apart, then that's fine, but if you can try to maintain it, tuck your tailbone underneath you, and then release, and then let those knees float apart. Lovely, let's do that again. So press in for me, arms down, tuck your tailbone, breathe in, breathing out and curling that spine up, but pressing in through those thighs. Press, press, press if you can. Go up as far as you can, really feel those glutes working, really feel those inside thighs working, and then rolling down from the top of the spine, trying to maintain that press in. You might find your legs get a bit shaky. Tuck your tailbone underneath you, release, let those knees float wide. Lovely. Okay, let's bring those arms up and root the shoulders, palms facing one another, and let's have those legs back in together. Okay, just one with your arms off, and then we're going to do a little variation. So tuck your tailbone and rolling up. So just creating a little bit more instability here. Squeezing up through those thighs for me. Think about dropping the shoulders into the floor. Be loose through that neck. Breathe in. Breathe out, rolling down, rolling down. Pull that tailbone round and underneath you. And then release that pelvis and let the knees fall apart. So let's bring those feet now hip width apart. So you've got a gap between your knees. We're going to do an alternate extension with the opposite arm going over the head. So root the shoulders, keep them here. Tuck your tailbones, will feel easy now. Rolling up into your bridge, about 2/3 of the way, I would say. Take your weight into your left foot and pick your right leg up into tabletop. Extend your right leg and take the left arm over the head. Ooh, balance. Bring that knee in, bring that arm up. Place that foot down, lift the hips, and then roll down through the spine. So that is quite challenging, okay? If you need to, the hand you're not using, you can bring that down to the floor to give yourself a bit more stability if you feel you need to. Let's try the other side. So now we're going to go right hand, left leg. So when you're ready, root the shoulders, tuck your tailbone, roll up into your bridge. So if you think you're going to be a bit wobbly, bring your left hand down now, okay? So left leg, Take the weight into the right leg, pick the left leg up into tabletop. Extend it away, your right arm goes away, keep those hips up. Ooh, bit sway. And then pull all the way in. Place it down, lift the hips equally. And then roll down through your spine. Pull your tailbone under and release. Let's do one more on each side. So keep those shoulders here. Watch that we don't end up round our neck here. So keep those shoulders down into your back. Tuck your tailbone, breathe in. Breathing out and rolling up into your bridge. So if you need to now, it's your right hand that needs to go down. Place your weight into your left leg. Lift your right leg up into tabletop. Extend left arm over. Hold. Good. Put it back in. Hold. Place the foot down. Lift the hips equally if you need to. And then roll down through your spine. And release. And last one, root the shoulders, tuck the tailbone, roll up. If you need to, place the left hand on the floor if you need that stability. Weight into your right foot, pick the left leg up into tabletop. Extend, right arm goes over, hold. Good, pull back in, hold. Place back down, hips even. And then roll down through that spine. Fab, bring one knee in, the other knee in, give your knees a nice little hug into your chest. Lovely, guys, well done. Okay, so we're going to do a rolling starfish, but only about half of a rolling starfish. So we're not going to roll all the way over, okay? So I'm just going to move myself just for some space, otherwise I kind of hit the curtains. I'm just going to move myself a little bit closer towards you. I think you can still see me. Now take your feet roughly the width of your mat and take your arms roughly the width of your mat. Okay, so here's your starfish position. You're going to brace your core and lift your left leg off the floor. Okay, you're going to draw a straight line across. You're going to roll off through the hip, then through the ribs, then through the arm, and then you're going to stay in that balance and reach. So your left leg is reaching out on the diagonal, your right arm is reaching behind, so your left arm is reaching behind you on the diagonal, and then you're going to roll back through the hip, slowly using that core. Draw your straight line across with the foot and place it down. Okay, let's try the other side. Right leg, pick it up, draw a straight line across. Now roll through the hip, roll into the waist, into the chest, reach the arm comes off, and hold down, stretch through that spine on the diagonal, and then come down through the shoulder, down through the ribs, down through the hip, draw your straight line across, and place your foot on the floor. How are we doing? Okay, two more for me. Left leg, pick it up. Draw a straight line across. Now, rotate through the hip, into the ribs, into the shoulder. Good, so the head kind of rolls slightly backwards. Reach out with that top arm for this lovely stretch happening through your armpit. Now roll down through the shoulder and the head first, and then the ribs, and then the hip. Then draw your straight line and bring the foot to the floor. And last one for me, right foot, pick it up, draw a straight line across, roll through the hip, ribs, chest, shoulder, reach, 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 and then down through the shoulder, down through the ribs, down through the hip, draw your straight line, and then relax that foot down. Well done, guys. Bring those legs in, bring your arms over, have a nice little hug into your chest. Fabulous, really nice. Okay, I'm just going to shimmy myself back on my mat now. There is as much width now. Okay, so last exercise we've got here in this set on your back. I want your arms out to the side and nice and relaxed for me. Bring your legs up to tabletop. Now this is quite challenging. So if you need to have slightly bent knees in this, that's absolutely fine because we're going to lengthen those legs up towards the ceiling. And we're going to start in a right leg scissor. So you can be here if you want to, or you can be right down here. We're going to switch 1, switch 2, and then circle the legs into our wide position. Pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and then keep circling round so we're in the opposite scissor. Switch 1, switch 2, circle round to a wide position. Pulse 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue our circle round. And again, switch 1, switch 2, circle round to our wide position. Pulse 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue our circle. Left leg is now in front. Switch 1, switch 2, and circle round. Pulse 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue round. 2 more. Switch 1, switch 2, circle round to our wide position. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and continue round. Last one, switch 1, switch 2, circle round to our wide position. Pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, circle round, bring those legs up, hug your knees in. I know that's a hard one, but well done, really lovely. Okay, hold the backs of those legs. If you want to roll up, if you don't want to roll up, please just turn onto your side. So if your back's a bit dodgy, or if you've got anything happening in your spine, just turn onto your side, walk yourself up. If not, hold the backs of the legs, push the legs into the hands and round through the spine and roll yourself up. Lovely. Okay, guys, so come now facing me. We're going to go with your book. I hadn't forgotten. You're going to go with your book on the other side. So if you don't want to do it this way, then you can lay down on your side on the other side and do it in a full side lay position if you're more comfortable. So I'm going to come up onto my knees. I'm going to take my arms out. Weight goes into my left leg and my right leg goes out to the side. And then I'm going to tip down through the waist, making sure my hand is underneath my shoulder, my knee is underneath my hip, and I'm going to lift my leg off. If not, you're laying down in your side, one leg stacked on top of the other. Reach the arm up and lift that top leg. Circle forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap down. Come forwards. Ready, up and over. 1. And forwards. 2. Up and over. 3. And forwards. 4. Back to centre. Lift up. Circle forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and tap down. Come forwards for me. Ready, up and over. 1, back, and forwards. 2, up and over, back. 3, and forwards. 4. Come back to centre. Good. Pick it up. Circle forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and tap down. Come forwards. Ready, up and over. 1, and forwards. 2. Up and over. 3, and forwards. 4, and back in alignment. Pick it up. Last one. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap down. Come forwards. Up and over. 1, and forwards. 2. Up and over. 3, and forwards. 4, and centre. Slide in. And stretch forwards for me. You're going to drop down to those glutes. You can even have a little wiggle side to side if that helps. Really good. If you're laying down, just bring your top knee over, let it stretch forwards. And breathe. Good. And then gently uncurl. Okay, so we're now going to do our flex, bend the knee, extend, point the toe. So coming up for me. Arms out to the side, shoulder blades into back, shift your weight, leg out to the side, oops, leg out to the side, if not you can stay laying, and tilt down to your book. Take that weight over, lift that foot, flex and bend back, point and extend. Flex and bend back, point and extend. Flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Good, heel back, point, heel back, point, heel back, point. Good, heel back, point. Keep that leg up, point, heel back. 4 more, back, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point and lower. Slide it in and stretch forwards. Ooh. Well done, guys. Good. Lovely, and then gently uncurl. So if you're fully laying down, if you'd like to walk yourself up for me, let's move your book if you're using that to one side, and then we're going to turn this way around, okay? And this time you're going to use your left leg. So hands and knees for me, or down on your forearms, okay? If you don't want to use your wrists, you can come down here. It's absolutely fine, okay? Shoulder blades into back, spine nice and flat, engage your core muscles. Take your left leg away and lift. So we go bend, lift, up and over to right shoulder, look. Extend the leg, hip to face the floor, and bend, lift, up and over, look. Turn the hip down towards the floor, extend, good. Bend, lift, up and over, look. Turn the hips to face the floor and extend. Bend, lift, use that glute, up and over, look. Hip to face the floor and extend. Lovely. Bend, lift, up and over, look. Hip to face the floor and extend. Last one for me. Bend, lift, up and over, look. Hip to face the floor, extend and slide in. Pull it back, stretch it out. Lovely. Breathe. So back onto your forearms or onto hands and knees for your last exercise here, where we swing this leg out to the side without distorting the rest of the body. So shoulder blades into back. Scoop up this belly, so belly button to spine for me. Are you ready? Left leg, out and in. Out and in, good. Out and in. Good, so try not to distort the upper body. Good, belly button to spine. Even if you're here, don't distort the body, okay? So no taking more weight onto the outside arm. Out and in, lovely. Out and in, 4 more. Good, 3 more. Lovely, 2 more. Good, last one. And rest for me, guys. Well done. Pull it back, have a stretch. Fantastic, really nice. Have a little rock side to side through your bum. That also helps just to release your glutes a little bit. Lovely, and then gently uncurl. Okay, so let's swing our legs around. Let's face this way. And let's take your legs the width of your mat. So sit up onto your sit bones. Legs the width of your mat. Toes flex up to the ceiling. Tall through your spine. If you know you're short in your hamstrings and you've got a block, or even you can use your book, you can pop that underneath your bottom. That makes it a little bit easier if your hamstrings are a bit on the tight side. Okay, let's reach up to the ceiling with those arms and turn towards the right leg. And let's hinge forwards, aiming for a flat back if we can. So we're not rounded, we're pushing your chest down towards your knee. And then we come all the way up. We let the hands just float down. Then we round the spine like a cat. And then we slide our fingers towards our foot, staying round, round, round Then we lift the arms up by the ears and we drop the chest down, coming back into that flat position that you were earlier. And then you drop our fingers and you round the spine again like a cat and you gently uncurl. Ooh. Let's go to the other side. Reach up, turn towards the left leg. Flatten the back as you drop down. So dropping the chest towards your knee and lifting all the way up. Bring your hands gently down. Round your spine like a cat and slide your fingers down towards your toes. Keep your feet flexed, rounded in your back. Now lift your arms up and drop your chest. Lift your chin slightly, flex the feet, and then round the spine as we come back down, and then gently uncurl as we come up. Lovely, hands to center now for me. Round the spine, come forwards. Lift the arms up by the ears, drop your chest, point your thumbs backwards, hold. Pulse the arms, pulse and pulse, pulse and pulse, push and push, push and push. 3, 2, 1, round the spine, reach forwards, and then gently uncurl, come all the way up. Lift your arms up to the side with your thumbs. I'm just going to come over and hit my curtains otherwise. Your thumbs pointing behind you with your palms up for me. Rotate towards me. Pulse, 1, 2, 3, and back. Rotate away from me and pulse, 1, 2, 3, and back. Keep there, toes to ceiling, turn, palms down. Reach right hand to left foot, palm up on left hand and reach away. And then come up, palms up, turn palms down, rotate to the right, reach down but turn palm up on right hand, and then come all the way up, palms up, palms down, rotate left, reach down, palms up on left arm, and then up, palms up, grow tall, palms down, turn right, reach down, palm up on right arm, and then all the way up. And then relax those arms, relax those feet, give them a little bit of a shimmy, pull those legs in, and then turn to face me, guys. You just move my book to one side. Lovely. Let's have your feet together and knees apart first. Lovely. Let's reach up with those arms if we can. And let's reach forwards over your toes, round your spine at the end, let your arms relax, let your hands come in around your feet and just gently pull yourself down towards your feet. Knees are nice and wide. And breathe through the back of those lungs for me. Big deep breaths. And then gently uncurl. Lovely. Take those legs comfortably wide. They don't need to be too wide. Don't be too wide. Bring the hands up behind the head. Let's just push that head back into the hands. Let's drop the right elbow to the outside of the right knee and come up. And then drop the left elbow to the outside of the left knee and then lift up. And then again, tilt to the right knee, and then lift up, and then to the left knee, and then lift up. Let's just do a little taco, shall we? So go to the right knee, good, and then close that left elbow in. Imagine you're squeezing your knee, making a knee taco, and then we open all the way up to the ceiling and we lift all the way back. Let's go to the left side, so down to the left, outside of left knee and close in, and then open out, and then come all the way up. Stretch up to the ceiling for me and reach. Bring the hands forwards. Let's cross those arms over, just like we did at the start. We're going to push forwards with the flat back. We're going to round the spine and gently lower our elbows down towards the floor for me. Good. And then slowly uncurl all the way up. And again, we're going to tilt forwards with the flat back. We're going to round the spine, let the elbows go long and lower down towards the floor as far as you feel you can go. Try not to let those knees bend too much. Good. And then gently uncurl. Well done, guys. Bring those legs in. Sit however you're most comfortable. That's entirely up to you. Have a roll through those shoulders. Arms out. Let's have an easy stretch to the side. Soften the elbow. Pull over by arm by the ear, over the top of the head. But at the same time, let's push that sit bone, left sit bone, push it in towards the floor for me. Really to try to get that stretch not only in your obliques, but all the way down to the top of your hip would be lovely. Good, and then release up. So on the other side, soften the elbow, easy stretch over, but pull that hip bone down towards the floor. Reach with that top arm. Lovely, great stretch in that side, right into that hip, and then release. Hold the front of the knees, or if you're not sitting like that and you're here, the backs of your legs is absolutely fine. And then just roll back onto the back of the pelvis, just drop the chin down. Just for that little stretch in the back of the shoulders. And breathe, and then come forwards. Then push that chest forwards and start to lift that chin to the ceiling. Pull the shoulders back. Close the mouth. Pull the stretch here. And then release. And last one, tuck under. Pull the back of the legs or the front of the knees. Just let yourself dangle. Good, and whilst you're here, let's just let that ear drop from shoulder to shoulder. Ear from shoulder to shoulder. Make sure it's the head moving and not the shoulder lifting towards you. It's quite easy to bring your shoulder towards your ear rather than the other way around. Good, then come to center and gently come up. Push that chest forwards and lift that chin. Even push your bottom jaw forwards to stretch this out. Oh, that's not very pushy. And release and come back to center. Close your eyes. Arms by your side. Let's breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. And again, for me, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. And relax. Well done, guys. Give yourself a little clap.